We know that most food comes from farms, but do you know what farming is? Do you feel familiar with these scenes? In the past, most farming processes were done by hand. Now, with the help of technology, most farming processes can be done by machines. In order to increase the amount of farm produce, chemical fertilizers and pesticides are widely used. Some farmers of the more developed countries, such as Australia, the USA, and New Zealand, have used scientific farming methods. Scientific farming methods help improve farming efficiency and lower labor cost. Combine harvesters are one of the examples. Some farmers spray pesticides to control pests and add fertilizer to increase farm yields. Biotechnology can also be used to increase outputs. For example, farmers can grow better species of rice. These scientific farming methods increase the quantity and improve the quality of farm output. We can enjoy food of higher quality and better taste. However, do scientific methods bring harm to us? What will happen to the environment when we only focus on increasing food production by using these scientific farming methods? First, pesticides will affect people's health and the farming ecosystems. It will kill all insects, including those which are good to nature. If pesticides are washed into rivers, living things in the rivers are killed. This upsets the river ecosystem. After repeated applications of pesticides on farms, some pests will develop resistance. In order to kill them, farmers need to use stronger pesticides. The pesticides' remains on crops will increase and probably become more poisonous. This has led to poisoned vegetables, which we often come across on the news. If poultry or human beings eat these vegetables, their health will be affected. Besides pesticides, fertilizers can also disturb the ecosystem. Farmers always apply more chemical fertilizers than needed. Rainfall may wash them into rivers. The fertilizers are nutrients for plants and algae in rivers. As a result, plants and algae in rivers grow rapidly. They use up oxygen in the water. Fish and other animals in rivers die. The ecological balance will be upset. What do you think about scientific farming methods? Scientific farming methods are not sustainable. Applying pesticides and chemical fertilizers on farms can cause harmful effects to people's health and the environment. The effects of pesticides are particularly destructive. If farmers do not use pesticides properly, and then you eat food with pesticides remains, it will cause harmful effects on our immune and reproductive systems. We need to pay a big price in using chemicals, not by money, but by sacrificing our health. What is organic farming? Organic farming is a kind of farming which does not use any pesticides or chemical fertilizers on farms. Instead of using these chemicals, we use the organic method to increase soil fertility and control pests. Some people may think that organic farming means farmers use safer pesticides. In fact, a real organic farm should aim at maintaining a productive farm with a balanced natural environment. We allow pests in our farms. Insects or pests are a part of the ecosystem. They can be the natural enemies of other pests. It is unwise to kill them all by using pesticides. To maintain a balanced ecosystem for the farm can reduce the use of pesticides. See, I found a yummy strawberry. This is an organic farm in Fanling. Farmers do not use pesticides or chemical fertilizers to increase farm outputs. As crops from the farm do not contain chemicals remains, they are healthy for people to eat. The farmers study and analyze the farming processes, the natural environment, the characteristics of crops, and the organic fertilizers. They choose to use simple tools and traditional farming methods to ensure they are sustainable. Now let's look at some examples of organic fertilizers. Farmers collect dried grass, stalks and plants. Then they mix them with unwanted shark's bones and cover them with plastic sheets for 3 months until they turn into compost. In fact, there are many types of compost. Some farmers use compost made up of grass, dried leaves or fruit peelings. No matter what the ingredients used, they should be something that can be decomposed naturally. Another 2 commonly used organic fertilizers are peanut meal and bone meal. Peanut meal is the waste after peanuts are used for extracting oil, and bone meal is a mixture of crushed animal bones. These fertilizers can be decomposed naturally and improve soil fertility. Insects are part of nature. To maintain biodiversity in the environment is an important concept of organic farming. Bees are raised in this farm for making honey and for acting as natural enemies to other insects. It is believed that the higher the level of biodiversity in a farm, the less pesticides need to be used. This is a method of biological control. Also, to place some scarecrows or sweepers can help keep away birds from eating crops in the farm. This method is called physical control. The nets are for protecting crops from being eaten by birds and insects. This can reduce the use of pesticides. Fallowing is also an effective way to maintain soil fertility. Nothing is grown on this strip of land. This helps the soil to regain nutrients and moisture in a natural way. This is a sustainable farming method. Though the amount of farm outputs in organic farms is less than those practicing modern scientific farming methods, the outputs often taste better and are healthier. If we can practice this kind of environmental-friendly farming method in more farms, our farming resources can be conserved. Farming will be more sustainable. There are always 2 sides of a coin. Though organic farming methods are a kind of sustainable farming, they have limitations. Do you know what they are? Let's divide the class into groups and find out the limitations of organic farming. You can also suggest some farming methods which can balance the interest of environmental conservation and increase farm produce.